What's up guys? So obviously everybody's doing home workout videos right now, but home workouts are really difficult to actually get a good workout. I think doing outdoor workouts is a lot better. So that's what I'm making this video about. I want to show you guys how to utilize like just a bar, and just like what I have here is just an outdoor track, but you could use a field to do the same thing. So it's going to be different what you can do depending on your skill level and just how in shape you are. So I'm gonna give you a bunch of ideas, do whatever you can, try to modify it. But anyway, the purpose of this video is just to give you a bunch of different exercises you can kind of choose from, put together a little bit of a workout for yourself. One thing about doing home workouts is it's really difficult to hit your back and your biceps well. So some of these exercises you can do at home, like push-ups and stuff like that I'm gonna show you. But when it comes to a pull-up bar, if you don't have a pull-up bar at home, then you're definitely gonna wanna find a place like this that you can do that. One way to do that is obviously just search it on the internet for just public fields, but you can even go on Google Maps, go to satellite view and look for public fields. A lot of times you can find a place near you doing that. And if you're still worried about being outside just because of the coronavirus, then you can bring hand sanitizer, wipe down the bar to disinfect it just so you don't have to worry about that. But you ought to be pretty safe outdoors. So yeah, let's just get into it. The first thing I wanna do is just some sprints. And remember, when it comes to keeping your muscle, you wanna actually push yourself really hard. So I don't recommend just jogging. I want you to run as hard as you can when you do this. Today, I'm not going to run super hard because I have sort of a pulled hip, but I'm still gonna run at about 90%. I'm just not gonna start from a 3-point stance. I'll just start from a standing position and run some 100-yard sprints. So I'll just do one, and then we'll move over to the pull-up bars. Okay, so obviously pull-ups don't take much explanation, but there are a couple variations that you can do to kind of change what it's working. So I'm going to start out doing wide grip pull-ups like this, and that's going to mostly be recruiting my lats and some of my biceps. After this though, when I'm done with doing that style, I'm going to just switch it up and do inside grip like this, and that's going to hit biceps really, really well. So first, let's just start with this. And like I said, not much to explain, but one thing to keep in mind is you don't want to be resting at the top or the bottom of the rep. You want to be recruiting those high threshold motor units. So you're trying to go to failure. You're trying to really get as much weight out of it as you can. So if you can do slow and controlled reps, do them. So I'll just kind of give you an example of what I mean. Not going all the way bottom or to the top, no breaks. Just keep constant muscle tension. So and just like you would be doing in the gym, take 2 to 3 minute breaks between sets. So you don't really want to be doing like HIIT style training. Don't just go in a quick circuit. Take those breaks. You want to make it mimic how you train in the gym as much as you can. Long enough to do a pull-up on your own, there's a couple things you can do. Either use bands, so you wrap it around the top of the bar, going under your feet, or you can put your legs behind you, just pick your ankles up. You'll have someone stand behind you and hold on to your ankles, and you're just gonna push down with your shins to give yourself a little bit of an extra boost, and only push enough that you can do the reps for about 5 to maybe 15 total reps. Okay, so next thing I wanted to show you is push-ups, and obviously that's pretty straightforward too, but just keep in mind what I was mentioning before. You wanna keep constant tension, get as much out of the rep range as you can. Don't stop at the top, come almost to the top, bring your chest close to the ground, just don't touch the ground. And I'll show you just a couple variations. You don't have to get too fancy with it, but if you change up your grip, it's gonna change whether or not you're primarily hitting your chest or your triceps, and you wanna hit both. So first I go kind of wide, and that's going to mainly be hitting your chest. So a bit wider like this. And then if you switch from going wide like this, and then bring your arms in, keep them about shoulder width apart, and do a press like this, kind of a little bit in front too, like that. You can really isolate your triceps and get a really good tricep workout from that. And just keep those elbows kind of tucked in at your side. So yeah, that's 2 variations of push-ups that are really good. You can also just do a diamond push-up with your hands like this inside. I just don't think that's as comfortable. I think going wide to hit your chest, and then bring your hands in, keep them shoulder width apart, kind of like this, and a little bit in front of you is a really good tricep exercise. Okay, so next I want to give you a couple core exercises. Now, these might be kind of difficult, at least the first one I'm going to show you, called windshield wipers. Don't feel bad if you can't do that. A lot of people can't do it, but if you can, it is really good for your abs and your obliques. So I'll show you that real quick. I like to use kind of an under grip like this. You could do a forward grip, just whatever is most comfortable. I grab the bar like that. And again, remember, it's important to keep control of your legs. Don't like just swing your legs around when you do this, because that's not gonna work as well. And that is a good way to hit your abs with a lot of actual weight, so you're not doing tons of reps. So you actually see good growth from that. Okay, so that was windshield wipers. If you can do those, great. If you can't, here's a couple other exercises you can probably do. Just grab the bar, and you can just do knee raises like this. If that's too easy, then do the same thing, but keep your legs more out. So just bar touches. And again, don't swing too much. And I hate doing those exercises, to be honest with you. I would rather do suitcase crunches if I'm gonna do abs. But if you do want to do these and you wanna use a bar, I always get a really good workout when I do this with someone else and we compete. So like, we'll pick like 5 reps or something like that to start with. I do 5, they do 5, I do 6, they do 6. And we keep going till someone fails. And by the end of that one big superset, you have hit your abs really good. It makes it more competitive. So if you have a person to work out with, I definitely recommend doing that. And then suitcase crunches, like I said, I'll show you those real quick. I think those are probably my favorite ways to do abs, especially without weights. So I'll show you that just on the grass real quick. Normally I wouldn't do this on the grass, but I'm outside. All right, so not really a great spot to do this, but just gonna lay down on your back, keep your feet together, put your hands behind your head. You're gonna sit up and bring your elbows almost to your knees. A couple different small variations of this. The further out you bring your feet, the more difficult it makes it, especially on your lower abs. The more you sit up at the top of the rep, the more difficult it makes it on your upper abs. So kind of play with those to make it difficult enough for you. Don't let your feet hit the ground between reps. So yeah, here it is. Just gonna lay down, crunch up. So yeah, that feels kind of goofy to do outside, but I want to show you those and I'm already out here. So suitcase crunches, definitely do those, probably at home though. And obviously running is gonna be good for your legs, but trying to keep muscle, those sprints aren't going to be the best. What will help a lot is just doing Bulgarian split squats. And you can do that anywhere. Just get a bench or something to put your foot up on. It's very simple. Just put this foot out pretty far in front, one foot on the bench like this. And you're just gonna come down like that. And don't come all the way up to the top. No balance apparently. Come to about here. So you keep that tension on the muscle. And that's a really good way to actually push your legs hard and sort of mimic a squat about as much as you can with this sort of exercise. Okay guys, so yeah, that's just some of my favorite things that you can do outdoors to make sure you're staying in shape. And again, like I said, make sure when the gyms open back up and we can actually start going again, that you won't be as far behind. So hope you enjoyed the video, hope you got something out of that. If you got questions or want to see me make any other videos, leave those in the comments. I am going to do a video like this about home workouts, and that'll be up sometime this week, I hope. So just keep a lookout for that. And like I said, make sure you subscribe so you actually see that. And anyway, thanks again for watching the video guys, and I'll see you in the next one.